This Sunday at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal take on Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League for this season's first North London derby. Arsenal have had a terrible start to their Premier League season, losing their last 3 home games, but they've had a good start in the Europa League with 5 games under their belt and 5 wins for them. Tottenham, on the other hand, have had a stellar start to their Premier League season. They beat Manchester City 2-0 and just last week they drew with Chelsea. On the other hand, they've had a terrible performance midweek in the Europa League against LASK. The derby always has a lot of drama, but this game could be a turning point in each team's season. Let's see how that will go. So here are the formations that each team would start with for the home and the away side, along with my predicted starting 11s. Taking a look at the tactical profiles of each team. Let's start with the home side. Arsenal will look to start in a 4-3-3 with one centre defensive mid. In build-up play, usually Lacazette, the number 9, would drop in deep to either cover the CDM of the opposition team or to link up play. Meanwhile, the CDM would drop in between the centre backs to link up play and to sweep up in front of them, while the full-backs push forward. This means that in attack, Arsenal will take the form of a 3-2-1-4. Lacazette would drop just behind the forward line while the CDM will stay in between the 2 centre backs. 2 centre mids will look to get into positions that are in the half spaces to link up play, usually causing a few wide overloads, linking up with the fullback that's on the far side and the winger that has tucked inside. Through Arteta's spell as manager of Arsenal, this has been a key component of his tactical play. The most recent example of that would be Emile Smith-Rowe's goal against Rapid Vienna in the Europa League last Thursday. When out of possession, Arsenal usually like to press from the front in their 4-3-3 formation with their forward players. However, once the opposition gets past the halfway line, they fall into a low block, which would mostly be a 4-5-1. One of Arsenal's forward players would occupy the striker spot in case of a counter-attack, while the other 2 would drop deep to support the centre mid. Over on Tottenham's side, they're most likely to start with a 4-2-3-1, as Jose Mourinho's sides almost always do. Those 3 players in the middle of the park are very important to Jose Mourinho's plan, so they're most likely to be Ndombele, Sissoko, and Højbjerg. All 3 of them are strong, hard-working centre mids who can defend well and carry the ball when needed. The hallmark of any good Jose Mourinho side is how they fall back into a good defensive line. This season, Tottenham have employed a back 6 with 2 backs of 2 ahead of them to cut off passing lanes in the midfield. In their build-up phase, the furthest Tottenham would go is usually into a mid-block position in a 4-4-2, usually with Son and Harry Kane up top and Bergwijn on the right side in midfield. When going further forward, this formation becomes a little bit more staggered and resembles that of a counter-attack, which is Tottenham's preferred style of goal scoring. Harry Kane usually drops into that number 10 role, allowing Tottenham's wingers to get inside the box for Harry Kane to then pass to. When a bit of extra width is needed, that usually comes on the right-hand side when Serge Aurier bombs down that flank and Sissoko drops into right back to cover him. Tottenham have been one of the most defensively solid sides in England this season, while Arsenal have struggled to muster up goals in the Premier League. And with a significantly weaker partnership between the right centre-back and the right back, Arsenal have conceded more goals on that left flank than anywhere else on the field. And with Heung-min Son starting on Tottenham's left flank, coming up against Arsenal's right back, that's going to be a huge area of concern for Arsenal. As we saw in their game against Chelsea last week, though, Tottenham seemed to be content to hold on to a 0-0 draw. Arsenal's best hope of breaking Tottenham down is to create that link-up play that they have tried to execute so much this season between their left or right centre mid, their wingers, and their fullbacks. Which brings me back to that goal that Arsenal scored in midweek, where Reiss Nelson, Maitland-Niles, and Kolasinac linked up. Maitland-Niles drew up to the byline and then squared the ball across goal for a tap-in. Now, this is not going to happen often against Spurs, and in the rare opportunities that Arsenal do get, they absolutely need to be clinical. Prediction time. Now, based on all of the things that I've said, there's one obvious route to go down in this prediction. But I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm coming up against an informed Tottenham Hotspur, led by none other than Jose Mourinho. This is stuff that nightmares are made of, and if you're an Arsenal fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So for that reason, and with all the hope in the world, I'm going to say 3-2 to Arsenal. I've got a hope. Yeah, you could disagree with me in the comments, go ahead. But that's what I'm going with for this one. And that is our preview for the North London Derby. If you're looking for anything else to watch, check out our review on Game Week 5 of the Champions League linked up there. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, like, share, and subscribe.